Hey guys, what's up? Friends by T here, and I'm really happy to be here to discuss the season 2 Riverdale mid-season finale. Um, if you've seen the video, you know that I absolutely hated the finale and I hated the reveal. And I think that is one of the reasons why I'm actually really happy to be here to discuss it with you guys, because it's always good to talk about episodes that we like of shows, but I love having the opportunity to vent with you guys when I'm really upset about a show. Now, I'm not as upset with the reveal that we got within season finale of Riverdale as I was with the last reveal we got in PLL, that's for sure. I mean, Riverdale's sort of here in disappointment, where PLL sort of touches the sky with how disappointed I was with that one. But still, I am disappointed. Now, before I go any further, if you are watching this delayed, never fret. We are doing 2 live chats this evening. The reason we're doing 2, just to end confusion, is because I'm doing one in an Australian friendly time zone, and I'm also doing one in a US friendly time zone. So this one has already started. The second one will be at 9 a.m. New York time. So come back for that one if that is better for you. But if you are here right now, say hi, and I'll definitely give you a shout out. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions that you want to say in regards to the Riverdale mid-season finale, certainly let me know in the chat box. Let's head over to the room and talk about what's been happening, because I know this has just been rather ridiculous, to be honest. And I want to know what you guys think. Like, some of you guys might have actually loved the reveal. You probably, you may have loved seeing that it was the janitor. Obviously not for me. We have President A who's joined us. Hi, President A. President A says, hi all, I was disappointed in the reveal, but after watching the promo for the second half, if Blackwood continues, what I heard, my main theory could be on point. Yeah, so there's been a lot of talk about if Blackwood will actually continue through the second half of season 2, and I was bringing that up in my video, saying I don't know if they're actually going to say that this was just a red herring or whatever. If that is the case, I'll be very excited, and as I say, I'll be quite pleased if that's the case, because great red herring, really good work. Everyone's pretty much was convinced that this was Blackwood, so good move. So it'll be interesting to see when we come back what does happen, but who knows what's going to happen there. But what is your main theory, President A? Let me know. It'd be good to talk about that. If Blackwood is still out there, I'm going to stick with my guns. I said it on day 1 that my theory is that Blackwood is Kevin. I'm going to stick with that. I don't know if it's going to be the case or not. I'm feeling less sure these days, but I'll be very happy if it is. Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. President A says, my main theory is the real Black Hood is Betty's brother. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so obviously we haven't been introduced to him yet. I do like that idea. And it does make sense, because the Black Hood, if we remember, did say that Betty would recognize him if she saw him. So it would make sense that it would be her brother. But obviously we haven't met him yet. So very interesting. What made you come to that conclusion that it could be Betty's brother? Let me know. President A says, we are meeting him in the second half. Oh, fantastic. I didn't know that. I haven't seen anything for the second half. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen any trailers or previews or anything like that at all. So I'm in the dark sitting here. But one thing I do want to touch upon, and I said this in the last video, and I'm going to say it again, is that I'm looking forward to following the Hodge industry storyline. I found that to be so fascinating, you guys. Sometimes the best moments in a TV show, especially a mystery show, is when we actually don't get to see the most important thing happening. And obviously Hermione and I can't think of Veronica's dad's name, Hiram, we're talking to Veronica about all the secrets to do with Hodge Industries, and we don't know what they all are, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is going to go, because Veronica has agreed not only to join her mum and her dad officially as a partner, I guess, working in lodge industries, but also went in with the condition that the money that is paid for Archie's dad's medical bills is going to stand, which was very interesting. I love how she got the credit card and all that. I loved everything to do with Veronica in this episode. I like her anyway, but I just felt her mystery was much better than this whole Black Hood reveal. I mean, is it a reveal? Is it not a reveal? Who knows? Yeah, President saying Lodge storyline, i.e. Veronica. Yeah, definitely. Definitely looking forward to seeing what does happen there. Do you guys have any ideas of what you think could happen? Certainly comment below and let me know, because I'm intrigued to see what happens there. Also, I want to know what you guys think about the symbolism of Betty taking the ski mask out of the fire, because I don't know, for me, I feel like that's more of a thing that Betty is going to be Dark Betty in the second half of season 2, because I'm sorry, but I did not see a Dark Betty in this first part of season 2. I mean, Dark Betty for me was when she was in the hot tub with that guy. That was Dark Betty. She certainly was not dark in the first part of this season at all. She may have tried to be, but it just, I don't know, I didn't find her to be dark at all in the first half of this second season. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys thought of that very last scene that we saw, Betty at the fire, taking out the ski mask, and what Jughead was saying. I think it's all very interesting. It's not over yet. Something's going to happen. What do you think? Oh, I was saying Hodge instead of Lodge. Thank you, President A. Yeah, oh, goodness me. Sorry about that, guys. I did mean Lodge. Lodge Industries, not Hodge. There we go. I'll just change her surname completely, you know, because I have authority to do that. Not really. Yeah, Veronica Lodge and Lodge Industries. Yeah, so I do want to know, of course, as I say, what's going to happen with that as well, because there are quite a few secrets, and I found it very interesting that Veronica made the point she's not going to do anything illegal, which obviously goes to show that some illegal things have gone down. Now, we've seen a few things that Hiram has done, potentially that Hermione has done, and things they've done together, but I don't think we know everything. How could we? And certainly there was a time where I was considering, why the heck is Hermione with this guy? Like, he seems like an absolute a-hole, but you know, I'm guessing there's a whole lot more behind the scenes that we don't know, and I'm so intrigued to find out what's going on. I mean, for all we know, Hermione is actually running everything, and it's just painted to look like Hiram is. Obviously, time will tell on that front. But yeah, what do you guys think of that situation? And of course, the scene with Betty in the fire. Were we shocked that Archie kissed Betty? Because I wasn't. I think, you know, I think we all sort of suspected that at the end of the last episode, the way they looked at each other, you know, through the window, very reminiscent of that, is it Taylor Swift song? I don't remember what the song is called, but she won an award for it. I recently watched the music video where she's writing notes on a pad and showing it to the guy on the other, in the window in the other house that's next door to hers. Anyway, they had that moment of looking at each other through their windows, and I just had this feeling that they were going to end up together. So I wasn't surprised that they kissed, but I was surprised at how they ended things relationship-wise, because it does look like Veronica and Archie are going to get back together and everything's going to be fine on that end. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And what do you guys think is going to happen with Jughead and Betty? Because I honestly, you know, I don't want to put a damper on this, but I don't see them working out really. Jughead was very clear with his dad, saying that he was going to, you know, he considers the serpents his life and everything's going to revolve around the serpents. So if that's the case, I don't know how comfortable Betty is going to be with all that. In saying that, though, obviously, I'm just remembering now that Betty did say that you know, he can't tell her what to do, despite the fact that he might be concerned for her safety. So it will be interesting to see what does in fact happen there. I've got a bit quiet in the chat box, but that's fine. As I say, if you are watching this delayed, do not forget we have another chat coming up tonight, 9 a.m. New York time. So obviously I'm not in New York, but it might make it easy for everyone else if you go off that. So yeah, I'm sure that there'll be a lot more conversation going on and a lot more discussion happening at that point, but I wanted to leave this open for people in Australia, if you guys wanted to talk about it. Now, I don't know when Riverdale is coming back for its second half of the second season, but I imagine it'll be quite a ways away. President A says, I'm hoping Black Hood Santa doesn't come to my house this Christmas. Good one, President A. I loved that scene. Oh my God, I love that. I don't know what it was, but I just knew the moment we saw Santa with his back turned to Betty, I knew it would be Black Hood right away. And Betty totally fell for the dream. Santa? Yeah, no, it ain't Santa. But that was very well done. I don't know if it necessarily meant anything, well, obviously, other than the interpretation that you can take away that she's dreaming about Black Hood. But I just love that they put that in there. I felt like it was some sort of a Christmas joke. Like I was putting for a Christmas joke, and I just found it really, really funny. What else? Yeah, look, let's talk about the main reveal. If we are to say that this is the main reveal, and obviously there have been rumors circulating, nowhere near as big as PLL, but bigger than a lot of other shows that I know, quite a few people have been saying that this is not the be-all, end-all. This guy, Mr. Svensson, is not Black Hood. So it may not be the case, but if it is, if we're to say that this is the be-all, end-all, what did you guys think about the reveal of Mr. Svensson being Black Hood? You guys know, if you saw my video, I was very disappointed with this. Why they did a, so to say, Shower Harvey moment by introducing someone 3 episodes before the reveal and then making it them when we don't care about them, really disappointed me. I know I don't stand alone. I always will do my reaction first and then do my research and see how everyone else reacted. And I'm certainly not alone. I think a lot of people were disappointed by the reveal. But hey, you might have liked it. So if you do, certainly comment below and let me know. President says, I knew it was a dream when we saw Polly. Yeah, I was a bit surprised at that, but then I sort of rationalized it away a little bit when Polly was in her room, thinking, okay, maybe Polly escaped or whatever, I don't know. Maybe she's just going to become part of the mystery somehow. But obviously not the case. And you could certainly tell when she went downstairs and she was with her mum and her dad, Polly, that is, that it was like, okay, this has to be a dream. Because there's just no way that they will be all happy, chummy family under the Christmas tree given everything that's going on. Like, it just doesn't make sense, but there you go. President A says, very let down with the reveal, thought Marlene King wrote it. I like that. I've heard that before. People saying that they felt like Marlene was involved in this, and I would agree with that. Yeah, we all know that Miss King, likes to disappoint her fans when she reveals her head villain, her head mysterious villain, by coming up with people that we either couldn't care less about because we just don't know them well enough, or they're just not endearing enough of a character for us to care about, or we just don't know them, period. I mean, hello, Alex Drake. We didn't know Alex Drake at all. So yeah, totally would not be surprised at all. I definitely feel like I can relate the reveal of Mr. Svensson to Shower Harvey and her reveal. No, she was not A, but she was A's accomplice. And, we hardly knew her. What makes this reveal worse though than the Shower Harvey reveal is the fact that we literally met Mr. Svensson 3 weeks prior to the finale, or 2 episodes or something like that, prior to the finale, and then we found out that it was him, and it's sort of like, okay, like, what the heck? It just didn't make any sense to me at all, and it was very, very disappointing. But glad to see, President A, that I'm not alone in being let down with this reveal, because it was just completely ridiculous. And I had high hopes. So, I mean, if we are to say this is the be-all, end-all, if it's not, yay, we'll see what happens in the second half. But if it is, you know, I had high hopes for the reveal of Black Hood because, you know, the reveal in season 1 I thought was really good. I did not expect Mr. Blossom, and when it was revealed to be Mr. Blossom, I was blown away. So, you know, did have high hopes for this reveal, but it was just really terrible. So I will definitely be watching the second half of season 2, but if it doesn't improve, then I will just be putting this show to bed and not watching it anymore, because I can't take any more heartbreak from watching all these mystery shows and theorizing about them, getting so involved and so invested only to be let down. You know, and it's the whole fool me once, fool me twice sort of deal. And this is the first time that Riverdale has fooled me, as I say, because season 1 was a really epic reveal. But there we go. So is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about prior to us ending this chat? I'm so glad that we could come back and talk about Riverdale. It's been a while since we've had a show chat in general. If there are other shows that you'd like to do chats on, certainly let me know. I don't know what's airing at the moment that everyone watches. I know that 10 Days in the Valley comes back on Saturday in the States, Sunday for us in Australia. So I would love to talk about that show with you guys if you would like to do a live chat about that one when it comes back. But otherwise, I don't know what else is airing that you guys watch. The season finale of Survivor is on this week on Thursday, so I'm looking forward to that myself. Thursday Australian time, Wednesday, of course, American time. So I'm looking forward to that personally, but I don't think anything else is really on at the moment that people want to talk about. So, yeah, we're sort of left in some sort of a tandem, but there will be other things that will be happening, just so you know. We certainly won't flatline with Comment Below and let me know. I've got a few things put in place that I want to do during the Christmas period. So between now and the new year, there will be some other things that do come up. But yeah, very, very happy that I was able to come back for this special moment of doing a live show chat, because it has been a very long time since it's happened. If you didn't know, there are chats that happen on Comment Below and let me know still. FNS impromptu live chats that happen. They are audio chats that occur on the channel. If you'd like to be a part of that, then certainly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be up to date when we are doing those. And also, FNS, we do a live chat on The Real Housewives of Melbourne. So if you hit the notification button, because all of those chats are impromptu, you will be notified when they happen. President says all of my shows are currently off air at the moment. Yeah, so I can totally understand that. I'd say for me, all I have is Survivor and Real Housewives of Melbourne. But if I'm talking American shows, all I have is Survivor. And once that's done, I'm waiting till next month. But then there are shows coming back next month, so I'm very excited about that. How to Get Away with Murder is back in January. The Fosters, which is fantastic. I can't wait to get back on that train. You guys really seemed to like that and appreciate that I was following that. So I might try and do again what I did last time by doing live reactions for the Fosters. I would have done that for Riverdale, but I feel like it's a Fosters thing to do, so... yeah, so keep an eye and an ear out for that. Also, what's that other show? The Good Place is returning in the first week of January, so we will be able to talk about that as well. If there are other mystery shows out there, certainly feel free to let me know. As I said earlier, 10 Days in the Valley is coming back, and I'm looking forward to that. If you have not seen it, there's only 4 episodes that have aired so far, so definitely catch up with that, and then we can all watch 5 and 6 and talk about that together, which comes up this Sunday in Australia. Double episode, very excited. So far it seems like a really good mystery. I hope they don't let us down, because, you know, I thought, you know, letting fans down was exclusive to Miss King and PLL, but clearly that's not the case. But there you go. So we're going to be here for maybe another 5 or so minutes. So if there's anything else that you guys would like to bring up, certainly let me know. But yeah, I don't know if there is really anything else to talk about this show. On the whole, it was a disappointment. And I feel like this season was a disappointment on the whole. Like, seriously, if this is the be-all end-all and Black Hood is Mr. Svensson, I'm very disappointed with what they did with Kevin this season. I feel like we got next to nothing out of him, and that really upset me. I'm desperately missing Joaquin. I'm missing his relationship with Kevin. So that's all just completely gone. And I don't know, I guess I just had a dream that Kevin was coming back. Joaquin was coming back, because I don't know, I just had this thought that they're going to bring him back somehow, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And Kevin, it's not like Kevin's with anyone else at the moment. And in fact, all we hear about from Kevin is that he has trouble with relationships. And it was very much a letdown for me. And then we had this whole new actor playing a role that had already been established, and that guy really didn't even do much at all in the first half of the season anyway. So that was really annoying as well. I do feel like this season revolved around the four, so Betty, Archie, Veronica, and Jughead. But yeah, was a little upset about that. President A says, trying to work out who Cheryl's mum's with at the end. Yeah, good point. I was making that point in the video as well. Who is that guy? I feel like it was probably some random. And if it was a random, what was the point of showing that? Is it trying to show that she's defying Cheryl? And something that was interesting this season was the dynamic between Cheryl and Mrs. Blossom. I found that very interesting, because it seemed for most of the first half of the season, Cheryl was controlling everything. And then in this episode, it seemed like Mrs. Blossom just suddenly took the reins back. And so that might have been where they were going with that, showing that she's now got this I no longer care attitude, and my daughter's not going to control me, and here's proof of that. Or it could mean something else. Speaking of who people are with, they did this whole massive thing about Sheriff Keller having an affair with the mayor, and nothing else was brought up about that. Like, I based my whole theory on Kevin being the Black Hood. Well, not the whole theory, but some of that theory was actually based on what the sheriff was doing with the mayor. So they made such a big deal out of it, and then we never heard about it anymore. So I was quite disappointed that feels like, I don't know, was it filler for the episode? And I mean, if it was filler, then why was it made to be so dramatic? Like, it didn't lead to anything. I don't even know if we saw the mayor in this last episode, and if we did, I really don't think it stayed with me. It mustn't have mattered. So I don't know. Honestly, yeah, can't say much. What do you guys think of Josie? Filler character or someone we've grown to love? I think over time, the character has been diminished and has been seen a lot less. Obviously, she's been seen in the company of Cheryl, and there is this whole thought that Cheryl might love Josie, and if she does, that could be a very interesting storyline to pursue. But obviously, we didn't see anything else happen with that or with Josie. So, just, yeah, on the whole, I'm just very, very disappointed with this show. But I guess time will tell what's happening there. Alright guys, well, if there's nothing else to say, then what I might do is end this chat here. I want to say thank you to everyone who was watching and being involved in the Riverdale videos that I was doing, whether you were getting involved in the Riverdale stuff here on YouTube or on the Facebook page, which I can't shout out Facebook page enough. That is fantastic, and you know, only people who are on the Facebook page can tell you just how great it is. Like, honestly, it does not end here. Like, we keep going. It's like an after party on the Facebook page. We're talking to each other all the time over there, and it's a lot of fun. We're like a great big family over there. So feel free to come and join. The only requirement to join is that you provide us your YouTube name so that we know that it's not a hacker or something trying to join the group. We certainly don't need any trolls in the Facebook group, but yeah, come along and join us over there because that is a lot of fun. But thank you to everyone who got involved in Riverdale with me here at Comment Below and let me know on the YouTube channel or in the Facebook group. I really do appreciate it. My original I Know Who Black Hood Is video ended up doing really, really well. So I want to say thank you to everyone who did watch that one. I was quite surprised. You never know when you're going to put something out there and it's going to do really, really well, but that one did. So thank you very, very much. And if you are watching this delayed, then certainly comment below and let me know what you'd like to see me do more of on the channel, whether it is TV shows or something else entirely. Comment below and let me know. President A says, I prefer Josie and the Pussycats as a group over Josie on her own. Yeah, look, President A, I have to say that I agree. I'm not interested in Josie's story on her own. The storyline with Cheryl was okay, especially when they found the bear in her locker. That was quite interesting. But her just on her own, I completely agree. I find her to be completely pointless. I wouldn't mind them breaking Josie and the Pussycats out every so often just to do songs and stuff, like just to sing for entertainment, and that's it. But pursuing her as a character, I agree. I prefer her to be with the others. There you go. Alright guys, well this is me signing off. Do not forget we are going to have another chat for Riverdale tonight, 9 AM New York time. So yeah, if you're around there, certainly come and join me then. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining me for Season 2, Part A of Riverdale. And until I see you next time, Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. I am Francois T. Make love and not war, and give someone you love a hug today. Bye, guys.